Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm based here in Washington, D.C. My clients are all over the United States. I know everyone is getting worried and stressed about what immigration is going to look like under the new presidential administration. We have some idea, but we don't know exactly. And hopefully, me being here providing information to you can help ease some anxiety, or at least help provide you with more information so you don't worry unnecessarily. So, ask me some questions. I'm here to answer questions. Of course, what I can tell you is general immigration information. If you would like to have a confidential consultation, please call our office 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Call our office, schedule a consultation. My assistant Sophia has probably already left for the day. She leaves around 6 o'clock, but you can call and leave a voicemail. She can call you tomorrow, or you can go to our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, Agarwal, immigration, or go to our website, agarwalimmigration.com. You can learn about us, and you can also, more importantly, schedule your consultation. Look at my calendar right now and schedule your consultation by phone or by Zoom, where we can talk about your case, where we can talk about your case and your specific questions, your eligibility, discuss potential facts. A lot of times people don't even know that they qualify for different types of visas that could lead to a green card. So I would encourage you to just make sure you're aware of what your rights are, about what you might be eligible for. So have a consultation. Call us to do that, 703-348-1663. Also go online to our Facebook page or our website, agarwalimmigration.com. You can go there, see my availability, and book right now if you need to. Get on my calendar. I'm booked up for a couple of weeks, and hopefully I can see many of you soon. Madlink, thank you so much for following us. I encourage you to follow us, stay connected to us on our social media so you can be notified of updates in immigration. We're expecting a lot of changes, so make sure you are getting notified about those changes, especially if they are relevant to you. Okay, thank you, Dave, for following. Say hello if you're joining me for the first time. We're streaming on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Again, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And we're so excited to be here. I'm excited to be here to answer some questions, to talk to you about immigration, to teach you a little bit about some options that might be available for you. So if you've never joined me before, we always start off with our question of the day. And for those that are just popping on, we have quite a few that joined on TikTok. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney based in Washington, D.C. Our clients are everywhere. If we can help you with your immigration case, I'd be more than happy to chat with you about it. Please reach out to us, 703-348-1663, or check out our Facebook page or our website, and you can schedule a consultation directly from there. Okay? All right. So our question of the day is, what's the best way to prepare for my VAWA-based green card interview? So let's say you already have a VAWA approved. Now you have a green card interview for adjustment of status. Many of our clients can qualify for VAWA and adjustment of status. So once the VAWA is approved, many times you have a green card interview. I should caveat this with, most of my clients do not receive this adjustment of status interview. We're able to have a green card approved without having to appear for a adjustment of status interview for VAWA-based approval. So it's very rare that our clients are getting an adjustment of status interview. So that's something just to keep in mind, and that might be a benefit of working with an experienced attorney that handles a lot of VAWA cases. So just keep that in mind. But if you do get an adjustment of status interview, what is the best way to prepare for that? So number one, the VAWA has already been decided. So you should know that technically you're not supposed to be asked questions about your VAWA case, about the basis of your VAWA application. There are certain special protections in place that prevent the interviewer from asking you questions related to the abuse unless they have a specific reason, and also training to deal with victims of abuse. So that is a protection for you. I think you should still be very aware of all of the details in your VAWA application. It may be several years since you filed, so it's very important to know your address history, your employment history, your spouse's information, their name, your marriage date, things like that. But review your applications and be up to date on things that overlap with your spouse. You want to be able to answer questions. That's going to speed things up, right? So refresh your memory. If you haven't worked with an attorney, I would do a prep with an attorney and perhaps have an attorney represent you at the interview as well. I recently had a client who we were representing at an adjustment of status interview after a VAWA approval, and we were able to let the interviewer know that the I-360, the VAWA application, had already been adjudicated, that when the interviewer kept asking questions about the declaration, the affidavit that was submitted, we were able to interfere and question them on that. So they did stop questioning at that point, and the green card was approved actually same day as the interview, which was super, super exciting for our client. So call us if we can help you with your VAWA case. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney based here in Washington, D.C. Our clients are all over the United States. We help them with all types of immigration applications. And yeah. Call us or schedule a consultation if you would like to talk specifically about your case. Okay, we have several folks here on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube. If you have a question, say, tell me what it is, and I will do my best to answer that for you. Hello, Hot Oil. Hi, Crystal. User 997 says, any news on prosecutorial discretion? So prosecutorial discretion is usually used for people in removal proceedings. If you're in removal proceedings, you can, if you have an approved VAWA, for example, you can ask the government to not move forward with your immigration case, to hold until the VAWA has been approved. Once it's been approved, you can actually request a dismissal based on an approved VAWA, or you can adjudicate your adjustment of status in immigration court. So that option is there. So prosecutorial discretion, we believe that it's going to be difficult to get under the Trump administration. So if you haven't already requested it, it might be cutting it a little bit close right now, but that's something that we were doing before, that we won't do likely as much in the Trump administration. I don't think it would be successful. Loyal, hello, hi, thank you for joining me. If you have a question, please go ahead and put it on here, and we will do our best to answer it. Okay. All right. Can I include evidence from outside the U.S. in my VAWA petition? So can I include evidence from outside of the U.S. in my VAWA petition? So this comes up a little bit. So for VAWA, currently, shared residence outside of the U.S. can count as shared residence for purposes of VAWA. Remember, you need to live with your spouse to qualify for VAWA. There has to be abuse in that marriage. It can take various forms: emotional, psychological, mental, verbal abuse, even physical abuse if it's there, but not always required. It needs to be a real marriage, not just for immigration purposes, and your spouse needs to be a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. So those are the requirements for a successful VAWA petition. Sometimes we have affidavits from people outside of the United States. Sometimes we have proof of shared residence from outside of the United States. That is all okay, and you can absolutely go ahead and use that. If there were police reports from outside of the U.S., if there was an incident or something that occurred while you were living abroad with your spouse, we can use that as well. So call us if we can help you with your VAWA application. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I am based here in Washington, D.C., but we work with clients all over the United States, and we help with all types of immigration applications. All right. In some situations, we have folks that apply for VAWA and they've previously used a false name. right? So we have folks that have applied for a VAWA and they've previously used a false name, not their real name. The one thing that you need to be aware of is, you can use a false name. You can still qualify for a VAWA. That's not necessarily problematic in many situations, but if you've claimed to be a U.S. citizen in the past, you likely won't be able to receive a green card. So that's something you have to really keep in mind. You cannot claim to be a U.S. citizen. Okay? So in terms of using a false name or a false social security number, yes, it could be considered problematic, but it's really important that you don't ever claim to be a U.S. citizen to get work or to get any kind of immigration benefit, and definitely don't go and vote if you are not a U.S. citizen. Okay, my name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm based here in Washington, D.C. We work with all types of immigration cases. We represent employers who are sponsoring various individuals for different types of work visas. We're transferring executives, we're doing H-1Bs, but we also come on here to talk to you guys about humanitarian options, which are not always visible, and people don't really have knowledge about humanitarian options, especially if you entered here illegally or if you came in on a tourist visa which expired and then you are seeking status here in the US. Okay? All right. Loyal says he was ordered, or she was ordered deported in 2008. ICE administratively closed my reporting in 2023, filed for a PD, filed for a VAWA, and received a receipt notice. Am I safe? I want to say, yes, you could be. So VAWA comes with what's called a prima facie determination, right? So prima facie determination is sort of like a pre-approval of your case. If you've also filed for adjustment of status, that allows you to be present in the U.S. while your AOS is pending. Technically, you have an approvable application on file. That's something to highlight if something happens. But also, when a pending adjustment of status application, that allows you to remain in the U.S. while that application is pending. So these are all things that can be helpful to you. Are you 100% safe? I can't say for certain, but I do think you need to take the chance of having an application on file if you can afford it, if you can prepare a strong application and take advantage of facts that might work in your favor here, and have something on file. I would not remain without status, okay? I would not remain without status if you can file for something else, all right? Give us a call. If we can help you, if you would like to have a consultation, call us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. We help clients all over the United States with all types of applications. If you know folks that could benefit from this conversation, that might want to keep up with immigration law, that might want to learn about immigration options, I encourage you to share this post with others so they can stay up to date, especially with some changes that are coming up. We want everyone to be aware of these changes. But if you want to talk specifically about your case, call us for a consultation, 703-348-1663. You can also go to our Facebook page, Agarwal Immigration, or our website, agarwalimmigration.com, and learn about us and schedule a consultation there as well. Okay? All right. Life is Strange says, I've been applying for a work permit for 4 months, and how long will it take to receive a work permit? So one thing is you can't just apply for a work permit. It has to usually be based on something else. So depending on what you're applying for it, based on like if it's a T visa or a U visa, it could take a year or more. If you're applying for it based on adjustment of status, it takes about 7 months or so. So you don't just apply for a work permit. Work permit is always based on something else, another type of pending application or an approval where a visa is not available to be given to you yet. Okay? Give us a call if we can help you, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. So he says VAWA. If you haven't filed for adjustment of status, then VAWA can take over 2 years to get approved. If you have also filed for adjustment of status, it normally takes about 7 months to receive work authorization with a pending VAWA and adjustment of status case. Okay? Give us a call if we can help you, 703-348-1663. What will I show if I ever get caught by ICE or the police? You can show your receipt notice for your pending adjustment of status application, which shows that you are allowed to be here in the US. And you can also show your prima facie determination for your VAWA case if you have that, which is like a pre-approval of your application. Does that guarantee protection? I can't say for sure, but at least it's something that shows you have a pending application, you're allowed to be here, and you have an approvable application currently on file, which is your VAWA petition. Okay, but definitely call an attorney. Make sure you have a relationship with an attorney that you can get in touch with if something happens. All right, call our office if we can help you, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm in Washington, D.C. Our clients are everywhere. We can work with you. If you need assistance with your immigration case, we have tons of experience with humanitarian applications, but also business immigration, family cases as well. And we can talk to you about what you might be eligible for if that is helpful to you. All right, again, 703-348-1663. Thanks, guys, for following us. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ray. Nice of you guys to follow us, but stay connected. Share this post with others. We come on fairly frequently with immigration information, so I want to make sure you get notified and stay up to date with changes in immigration, which we all know is going to occur very, very soon. Does an I-130 approved help with a VAWA case? I also have a psychological evaluation. Would that help? An I-130, if you're doing VAWA based on marriage and you have an I-130 as well with the same spouse, the I-130 approved shows that it's a real marriage, not just for immigration purposes. So they've already found that it's a real marriage, not just for immigration purposes. So yes, fantastic. That can help. But you still want to submit that bona fide marriage evidence with the VAWA case as well. Okay? Psychological evaluation, would that help? You want to make sure that your application is fully consistent. So what we want to do is we want to review your application. We want to make sure that the dates, the names, what you're saying happens, lines up with your VAWA case. So that sometimes we find discrepancies with the psychologist. They might have the wrong date. Where you live together, they might have something else, which could be problematic later on if you don't have a thorough quality control on what is being submitted. Our firm does not submit the psychological evaluation in the beginning. We usually wait for a request for evidence and then submit a psychological evaluation if they ask for it. The vast majority of our cases are approved with no psychological evaluation, so I don't think it's always necessary for a VAWA approval or a VAWA and green card approval. Okay, Brian, I hope that was helpful to you. Give us a call if we can help you, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney here in Washington, D.C. Our clients are everywhere, and we help with lots of cases, especially VAWA cases. And I love that you guys are here asking these questions. I hope it's giving you some clarity and at least some hope and some help and some information to help you feel better and more informed about your VAWA applications or your potential for a VAWA application. Tamika, fantastic. Tamika says, I just got approved for my VAWA and I updated my 485 with everything they need. How long until I get the green card? It's hard to say. Sometimes it happens very, very fast. Sometimes it could take a long time. So if it's going to be approved, it should most likely get approved quickly in a couple of months after you respond to the RFE. Okay? How can you check on the status of my PD request? I can't. I'm not the attorney on your case, but you can contact the attorney that submitted the PD request and they can help you with that information. Okay? All right. Okay, I think we answered all of the questions we had for today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. If I missed your question, I'm going to see. Oh, sorry. I do have some more. What percentage of VAWA cases are being called for an interview? That's a great question. So there are some VAWA cases where they are calling for an interview before they approve the VAWA itself. So the interview is about the VAWA case. They're asking credibility related questions about the VAWA case. So what percentage? It's a very small percentage. It's something that just started in December of 2024, so it's not very new. In our firm, we have not yet been called for any VAWA interviews, which is awesome. We're getting a lot of VAWA green card approvals, and we don't really typically even get called for VAWA green card interviews. It's pretty rare that we get called for that as well. So, our focus, our strategy is always to file a strong application from the start. I'm not surprised that we're not getting called for interviews because we like to prepare a thorough application from the start. We have multiple levels of checks, so we make sure facts are consistent within the application. So that's how we work. Happy to talk with you about your VAWA case. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney in DC. Clients are everywhere. We can complete a consultation with you. I'd love to chat with you more about your immigration case if you'd like to have a consultation. But really share this post with others. Let's all stay connected. Let's make sure those who want to be informed on changes in immigration, who want to learn more about immigration, can do so. So please share this with others that might be interested. If you want to talk about your case, consult us by calling us 703-348-1663. You can also book a consultation on our Facebook page or on our website. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I look forward to meeting many of you, and I will be back on. I appreciate you reaching out, and I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.